In a hypothetical universe, obviously it's totally hypothetical, but if you ran for president, what were the first things? If President Tate was in office, as crazy as that sounds, what would you do?
Well, it would be 20 years from now, and I think the world will be a dramatically different place in 20 years. But I do believe that the core tenets that Western leaders are lacking are a degree of nationalism, a degree of care for their own people. I think that would be refreshing to see. Wouldn't it be nice to see a president who cares about Americans over everyone else, which is what Trump was. I think nationalism and competence are probably the two things that you expect in the leader of a global power like America. It's a shame that none of the current leaders have those two tenets. But I think that a prioritization of your own people should be your primary objective in all things. And regardless of how different the world is in 20 years from now or the geopolitical landscape, my intention would be to serve the people who put me in power. Radical idea, I know, crazy. But perhaps the people who vote for me and pay for the government that I'm in charge of should be the ones I'd be concerned about, as opposed to everything and everyone else.
Yeah.
I know, crazy, I know, but
yeah.
It seems the people who are in charge are more interested in global money and the global finance, which the people who put them there in the first place. And obviously, if you're global finance, you have no particular concern for one geographical area or nation. In fact, if you're global finance, you can benefit off the burning of a nation, off the destruction of a nation. There's no light without dark. Global finance has benefited off the exploitation of the second and third world for a very long time to enrich the first world. And it can also benefit just as well off the destruction of the first world to enrich other parts of the planet. Most people don't understand that. People think they need to keep America alive because of the dollar and because it's America. No, they can live in Saudi or Tanzania. They can live in a mansion anywhere, and they have a globe master, so they can fly anywhere they want. And if America being decimated or destroyed will benefit them and make them forever profit, they have no problem with that because they are globalist. It's a different attitude. I know what I'm talking about because I'm as rich as these fuckers, and I'm telling you, you get to a certain point where you can be anywhere, and if your allegiance isn't to a particular land. Let me put it this way. There are very powerful people in the world today who you could say, and they could be American, born American, and you could say to them, you will make forever profit, but America will degrade at a rate of 0.2% every single year for the rest of your human life, but you will make forever profit with your company. And they will say yes. And they'll think, it'll be okay, because all of the crime and all the degradation will hit areas they don't live in cities they don't live in neighborhoods they don't live in, while they're in America, if they're in America at all. And if you compound that across a bunch of people with power, 0.2%, 0.1%, 0.3%, 0.4%, all adds up, and you start to realize why society is being destroyed and why these people don't care, because they don't experience it. The average person experiences it, and the average person is stuck with it because they can't move. They don't have a private jet, and they can't leave, and they don't have global money. They have one job in one place, and they are stuck there. And those are the people who suffer. And that's the reality. And then these people get the people who are in charge into power to represent the people, but they don't represent the people, they represent the global money. And that's why they make the decisions they make and talk about the things they talk about, and they don't talk about anything important. Try and distract you, keep you confused. Inflate the currency to zero, but keep us arguing about whether men can get pregnant or not. It's all a clown show, it's all garbage. Andrew points out the truth, destroy him with the legal system. Now we're in a current predicament, our current quagmire. If Andrew walks, he becomes more powerful than ever before. Romania is embarrassed, DCOT is embarrassed, FBI is embarrassed. MSM is embarrassed. BBC said he's a human trafficker. You can't just lose the credibility of the BBC. We need them to lie to people. Oh, but he's innocent. Yeah, but no, he may be innocent, but look at all this mess it causes.
Yeah,
Isn't it easier just to put him in jail?
If it bleeds, it leads, yeah.